I'm Laura Bloomfield. Currently, I'm pursuing a joint degree in medicine and a PhD through the Emmett Interdisciplinary Program in Environment and Resources. So in my research, I combine methods and theory from anthropology, ecology, epidemiology, and medicine. I work in Kibale National Forest in western Uganda. It hosts 13 species of primates, including chimpanzees. Uganda is a site of really high primate biodiversity and abundance, and also a lot of habitat overlap between human populations and wildlife populations. So it's an area of prime concern. The big level question is there disease transfer and viral transfer between non-human primates and humans in western Uganda? The primary challenge of my research in Uganda is taking people's blood and then doing about a 45-minute to hour-long survey with each participant. The social network piece of my PhD is trying to understand what types of communities and interactions people are having with one another. So you are much more likely to transmit a disease with someone who lives in your household. Other dimensions that we're looking at are who are you going to church with, who are you going to markets with, who are you going into the forest with to collect firewood. All these interactions have an impact on what type of exposures you're having and whether you're sharing these exposures with other individuals. So one reason we're testing for retroviruses is because they are an indicator of contact, and they're an indicator of how often people are coming in contact with non-human primates during their lifetime. And I think one reason that's really, really important, and one thing that is often left out of scientific research, is that you only hear about the cases when people get really sick, or they get something like Ebola, or they go to a hospital. But what we haven't captured, and what no research studies are really doing is looking at populations that are exposed to some of these viruses but maybe aren't sick. And what I hope that will do is feed into a larger framework for how to both predict pandemic emergence and how to intervene if there were to be a new infectious disease that emerges somewhere in particularly a very vulnerable population that doesn't have access to the resources you need to stop an infectious disease transmitting. I do feel like I'm my own principal investigator because I'm able to come up with my own research questions, come up with the methods that will help me address those, pull on the resources from many different departments around Stanford, from different faculty around Stanford, and I think that really helps you develop your skills and expertise in a joined discipline or interdisciplinary discipline, or a new discipline that you're creating for the first time as a pioneer in that field.